when I was just a young child, my parents noticed that I couldn't read or spell. They just figured I was just a slow learner. Second grade, teacher comes in the room. She says, everybody open up your books. We're all going to read a paragraph. Of course, everybody's hand starts going up, except for mine. My hands are planted right on the desk. Well, she finally comes around to me, and I start reading and struggling through the first two sentences. Next thing, she looks at the student next to me and says, why don't you finish Scott's paragraph and then finish the rest of the page. Fifth grade. Notice the teacher's moving me around the class. And back, forward, left, right. Calls a parent-teacher meeting. He tells my parents, your son can't see the board for the paper. Sure enough, they bring me to the eye doctor. I can't see. So at that point, I've lost 5 grades of learning. 6th grade, I'm at the eye doctor. The eye doctor is checking my reading. I'm looking in this machine, and he notices as I'm reading the same line over and over again. So he determines maybe my eye muscles are weak. So he puts me on another machine. Okay, I'm looking in the machine, and over here in the right corner there's a bird, on the left corner there's a cage. My job was to get that bird in that cage, flying all around it. Never got the bird in the cage. 7th grade. Special ed class. But something different happened in 7th grade. They had these classes called electives, where you could pick sewing, culinary, woodworking, or graphics. So I picked graphics. I go into the graphics class, and the teacher is running this machine over the corner. I'm obviously very interested, go over. He goes, this is a printing press. I says, oh, how does it work? He goes, well, put the paper in here, put the ink up here, turn the switch on, paper goes through the press and comes out here with an image. That class changed my life. Because at that moment, I realized that I could work with my hands and that I had a purpose, that it wasn't just academics. Freshman in high school, brand new high school. And the high school has different trades. So as a freshman, you sample the different trades a couple weeks at a time. So I start to sample the trades. About the 4th one in, I'm in the printing class. And the special ed teacher says to me, you belong in printing. And she changes the curriculum so I didn't have to go through any other trades and just concentrated on printing. I ended up graduating with 2 trades, the printing trade and the auto body trade. Two years ago, I Googled can't read. And the simulation came up. And it showed what somebody who has dyslexia has. And it showed a line where the letters were going back and forth. Well, at that moment, I realized that going back to the 6th grade, when I was at the eye doctor, when he was looking at my reading, he diagnosed me with dyslexia, but didn't know that it was dyslexia because he saw how my eyes were going back and forth. My eyes muscles weren't weak. It said I was dyslexic. Up to 20% of the population has dyslexia. That's 66 million people in the US who have dyslexia. But most of them don't even know they have dyslexia. They just know they can't read. I'm refocusing my life on educating and helping people with dyslexia. I started a nonprofit. It was to gather as much information as I can and put it on a website. So somebody who was dyslexic or somebody who couldn't read could go to this website and know with confidence that the information that's on that site will help them. After a lifetime of not knowing what my purpose was, I finally found my answer.